Finding a truly original idea in the car industry is difficult. There's only so many ways to redesign a vehicle. Add in the demands of modern technology and regulations, and it's no surprise that many cars stick to similar designs for decades. Yet it's surprising how often car companies copy each other. Sometimes they put their own twists on a design, but other times it's an obvious ripoff. Here, we're going to explore the top copied car designs, showing how some companies prefer imitation more than innovation. Place a 1973 Nissan Skyline GTR next to a 1970 AMC Javelin, and even the most seasoned car enthusiast might do a double take. The resemblance is striking. Both share a long hood, fastback profile, and pronounced rear decks that scream classic muscle car. The AMC Javelin, with its bold, boxy design, was AMC's answer to the Ford Mustang, Chevrolet Camaro, and Dodge Challenger, capturing the essence of American muscle car styling. The Skyline GTR, on the other hand, appeared to borrow heavily from the Javelin's muscular design language. Nissan took that distinctly American muscle car aesthetic and added a touch of Japanese refinement. A sleeker silhouette, sharper lines, and a more advanced engine. This gave the Skyline a modern edge over the Javelin, blending muscle car aggression with Japanese precision engineering. Though the Skyline GTR took visual cues from the Javelin, its 2.0-liter inline-six engine and advanced handling made it more agile and quicker on the track. The similarities didn't go unnoticed. Both cars are beloved by their respective fan bases. But the Skyline ultimately outperformed the Javelin in terms of innovation and motorsport success. While the Javelin faded from production in 1974, the Skyline GTR evolved and eventually became known as Godzilla with the introduction of the R32 GTR in 1989. This lineage of performance and technological dominance solidified the Skyline GTR as an international icon, whereas the Javelin remained a classic muscle car, remembered fondly but never reaching the same global influence. In this tale of inspiration and imitation, the 1973 Skyline GTR took an American design and transformed it into something uniquely Japanese, proving that sometimes the student does surpass the master. The 1980 Rolls-Royce Silver Spur may not be the most iconic model from the luxury automaker, but it still exudes class with its stately design and the revered Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament. While imitation Rolls-Royces are not uncommon, the 1982 Cedric Turbo Brougham stands out for its blatant attempt to mimic the Silver Spur's boxy, elegant silhouette. However, any resemblance to refinement stops at the exterior. Unlike the Silver Spur's robust 6.75-liter V8 engine, the Cedric Turbo Brougham comes equipped with a more modest power plant, a 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-six, typically the L20 ET. Despite the turbo badge, it simply can't compete with the power and prestige of the Silver Spur. Interestingly, the Cedric didn't dare recreate the Spirit of Ecstasy. Perhaps even a knockoff knows its limits. In the end, while the Cedric Turbo Brougham tries hard to capture Rolls-Royce luxury, it falls short, serving as a reminder that true elegance is hard to duplicate. The Voxhall Atom is a fun and practical small car with decent features. However, it's hard to ignore its similarities to the Ford Ka. Both cars share a similar rear-end design, with Voxhall adding a few Fiat-inspired touches. While the Atom's a decent car, it's clear it's more of a stylish copy than an original idea. The Voxhall Atom is positioned as a more stylish and customizable option. It offers a range of vibrant colors, unique interior options, and a modern premium feel that appeals to those looking for a fashionable city car. The Atom also comes with more advanced features, such as better tech integration and higher-end finishes, making it ideal for those who want a bit more flair and sophistication. On the other hand, the Ford Ka is known for being an affordable, no-frills option. It focuses on practicality with its small size, fuel efficiency, and lower cost of ownership. While it lacks the extensive customization options of the Atom, the Ka is designed for those who prioritize simplicity and value. When Lincoln unveiled its full-size Continental concept, the resemblance to the Bentley Continental Flying Spur was impossible to ignore. The sleek lines, the stately silhouette, and the overall proportions were so close that Bentley's chief designer, Luke Donkerwall, couldn't resist a jab, offering to send Lincoln the original tooling for the Flying Spur. What may have seemed like a flattery quickly turned to controversy, with Donkerwall publicly calling Lincoln's design disrespectful and a bad name for car design. The irony runs even deeper considering the shared Continental name. a moniker Lincoln has used since 1939 and Bentley since 1952. While Lincoln's concept was praised for its modern luxury, critics questioned whether it borrowed too much from Bentley's design language. The Flying Spur, known for its refined British elegance and performance, may have been a great car to emulate, but Lincoln's homage didn't go unnoticed. In the end, the Lincoln Continental concept serves as a reminder that in the world of automotive design, inspiration can walk a fine line with imitation, and sometimes the world is watching too closely to let it slide. The Ford Mustang is so iconic that it's influenced countless cars around the world, but few copied it as blatantly as the 1973 Toyota Celica liftback. With its long hood, short rear deck, and fastback profile, the Celica liftback's rear design is a near mirror image of the 1970 Ford Mustang. The similarities weren't subtle. Toyota's design drew heavily from the classic American pony car, right down to the aggressive slope of the rear window and the distinctive taillight arrangement. Toyota introduced the term liftback in 1973 to describe the Celica's fastback hatchback design, branding it as the Liftback GT in North America. The Celica combined this coupe body with the underpinnings of the Toyota Carina sedan, offering sporty styling with reliable Japanese engineering. Early North American Celicas were powered by Toyota's R-Series engines, giving them respectable performance even if they lacked the raw power of the Mustang's V8. Though the Celica began its life as a Mustang clone, it eventually carved out its own identity. By the 1980s, it evolved into a front-wheel drive sports car with options for all-wheel drive turbocharged models. The high-performance Celica Supra split off into its own model line in 1986, eventually becoming the legendary Toyota Supra. Despite its borrowed beginnings, the Celica's legacy as a reliable, sporty, and innovative coupe stands the test of time. The 1973 Toyota Celica liftback serves as a fascinating chapter in automotive history, a reminder that even the most successful designs often begin with a little inspiration from the greats. The Alfa Romeo 4C is a stunning sports car, but its design is heavily influenced by the Lotus Elise. Fans often debate which is better, with the Elise offering a sleeker look while the 4C boasts a stronger engine, 237 horsepower versus 217 of Elise. The Lotus uses a Toyota engine, while the Alfa 4C has its own Alfa engine. The Lotus has a better-looking interior with the digital amenities, but the Elise's cabin has a much cleaner and straightforward design. The Lotus Elise comes with a manual transmission, while the 4C has a dual-clutch automatic. When it comes to safety, the Alfa Romeo seems safer with the front and side airbags, whereas the Elise comes with a floor-mounted fire extinguisher. But the 4C's similarities to the Elise are hard to ignore. Both cars are lightweight, feature similar mid-engine layout, rear-wheel drive, and focus on handling. The Porsche 944 was renowned for its sleek design, distinctive clamshell headlights, and superb handling dynamics. However, its higher price point kept it out of reach for many enthusiasts. Nissan seized this opportunity by introducing the 300ZX Z31, a more affordable alternative that borrowed several design cues from the 944. While both cars shared a sporty silhouette, under the hood and on the road, their differences became clear. The Porsche 944 featured a 2.5-liter inline-4 engine that produced 217 horsepower, delivering sharp, responsive handling thanks to its lightweight engine and transaxle design. This layout gave the 944 a 50-50 weight distribution, contributing to its exceptional balance and cornering ability. In contrast, the Nissan 300ZX Z31 came equipped with a 3.0-liter V6 engine producing 200 horsepower. Though slightly less powerful, the V6 offered smoother power delivery and better torque for everyday drivability. The 300ZX used a more traditional front engine, rear-wheel drive FR layout, which, while well-balanced, couldn't quite match the razor-sharp handling of the 944. Ultimately, the Porsche 944 was a precision-crafted sports car with a focus on handling and balance, while the Nissan 300ZX Z31 provided a more accessible and torque-friendly alternative. Both cars carved out their legacies in the 1980 sports car scene, the 944 as a driver's dream, and the 300ZX as the people's champion of affordability and performance. The Suzuki Jimny has earned its nickname the Mini G-Wagon, and the resemblance is undeniable. With its classic boxy shape, round headlights, and rugged charm, the Jimny looks like a scaled-down version of the iconic Mercedes-Benz G-Class. While many imitators shy away from comparisons, Suzuki seems to embrace the likeness, delivering a compact 4x4 that blends retro-modern design with impressive off-road capabilities. The resemblance has sparked a trend among enthusiasts and tuning companies to take the Jimny's G-Class inspiration even further. Modification kits like the popular G-Mini Works series allow owners to add elements such as a redesigned bumper, grille, and wide fenders for around $3,196. For those wanting the full transformation, complete body kits even feature a rear wing, making the Jimny look nearly indistinguishable from its luxury counterpart, at least from a distance. Despite its worldwide popularity, the Suzuki Jimny isn't available in the US market, leaving American off-road enthusiasts to admire this baby G-Wagon from afar. Compact, playful, and undeniably charming, the Jimny proves that sometimes the best things really do come in small packages. The Toyota Mega Cruiser was Japan's bold attempt to create their own version of the legendary Hummer H1. Originally designed for military use, much like the Humvee, the Mega Cruiser served the Japan Self-Defense Forces, police, fire, and rescue teams. Toyota even ventured into civilian territory, offering a limited-run version with just 133 units sold before production ended in 2020. In total, only 3,000 Mega Cruisers were ever built. This behemoth was impressive off-road, boasting four-wheel steering and a rugged design. However, with a width of 85 inches, the Mega Cruiser proved impractical for Japan's notoriously narrow streets. Compounding its challenges was an underpowered 4.1-liter turbo diesel engine producing just 153 horsepower, and high vehicle taxes didn't help its cause. Civilian sales stalled by 2002 as the Mega Cruiser struggled to fit into everyday life. Like many imitation designs, the Mega Cruiser couldn't fully escape the shadow of the Hummer H1. While it excelled off-road, its lack of originality and practical limitations kept it from becoming a true competitor. In the end, the Mega Cruiser stands as a fascinating experiment, a rugged giant that couldn't quite conquer the civilian market. Imitation may be the sincerest form of flattery, but in the world of cars, it's a fine line between inspiration and duplication. While some copycats fade into obscurity, others manage to carve out their own legacy, adapting great ideas to new roads and new audiences. From the mini G-Wagon to the Japanese Humvee, these vehicles remind us that the drive to innovate often starts with a nod to what came before. But no matter how good a copy is, there's always something special about the originals, the cars that started it all, set the trends, and defined the eras. In the end, inspiration fuels progress, but authenticity and innovation are what keep the wheels of history turning.